Jesse, Tiki, who will be the next to stray?
And joining us now are clinical psychologist Dr. Betsy Schur Levy and senior editor of In Touch Weekly, Amy Palmer. And
to smack me around. Let's just get the dumb guy.
I'm going to take the job with Ashley. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
This new article on Esquire magazine that just came out, written by Anonymous, says there are rules about affairs, and it says you should always have sex with someone who has as much risk as you do. So these guys, Charlie Sheen and all the others we've been talking about, they ain't living by that rule.
Well, they're never going to find somebody other than a famous actor or actresses. Well, why do men cheat? I would like to know. You can give your answer, and then I'll give you the answer.
Okay.
Because you're going to give the professional answer, I'm going to give you the street answer.
And let's see how the professional answer and the street answer go together. I'm ready for you, Donnie. Okay, I think men are looking for something to build the ego. I think men are looking for something to make them feel more powerful, to feel more in control. I think they're looking to feel like they win. They've got the secret. And yet they can go home, and they go home even more fulfilled and even more powerful. And I don't think it's innocent. I don't think it's innocent whether your partner is at risk and you're not, or she is and you aren't. It's not innocent. There's someone at home. There's children at home. But yes, I think they're looking for power.
Here's why men cheat. Because they're bored and they want new sexual stuff. It's that simple.
Come on, that's all it is?
And this is where, to your point, this is where we feel alive. And the other secret I want to tell your audience, and don't shoot the messenger, there's a curve here. 20%, 20%, 60%, and I believe 60% of the men cheat in some form.
I had a shrink once that told me that 95% of men and women would cheat if
they do.
Guys.
But here's the thing.
Guys, let me just...
Wait, I didn't finish. If they didn't think it was going to hurt somebody and if they could get away with it.
Okay, here's the 20% of men, I believe, never stray. They're usually happy or they're afraid of their wives. 20% are real slime bags, mistresses, girlfriends. They would screw their wife's best friend. And 60% are in the middle. They're happily married. They don't want to blow their lives up. They actually cheat to stay in the marriage. But whether it's once a year on a business trip or with somebody like Ashley, and they legit, I didn't say it's okay.
60% feel bad about it.
You know, they go home and they feel it's okay, and they've legitimized it. They just need it. They say this is the way I stay in the marriage. I'm not saying it's right. I made mistakes in my past.
When you look at somebody like Charlie Sheen, that is our cover story this week. He's cheating with an alleged escort. So what's his?
Well, his answer is I don't pay them to come. I pay them to leave. I mean, that's the answer.
And that's a
in a
power
strange
thing.
way, no. For men, famous men, that's some of the safest thing in the world. I want to more get to the every guy, and it's important.
Yeah, well,
because not just Hollywood stars are cheating, everyone is cheating.
But it trickles down. You have to understand, what we're seeing in the celebrity world is actually indicative of what happens in regular population.
Women are doing it more than ever now.
Okay, what about this?
Particularly women who don't work.
Do you think more women are admitting to it
Here's
now
what's happening to
more than
women. Once their youngest kids are school-centric, 7, 8 years old, so it's no longer about money, they don't work. They're bored. Their husbands doesn't make them feel good. The first contractor or soccer coach that says, Mrs. Stevens, you look so pretty today, out of boredom.
And that's are really buff and...
No.
Betsy makes a very important point there, because those guys are what the woman is dreaming about and looking for, because Donnie said before the husband is bored. What about the wife is bored?
Yeah.
What about the wife needs to feel seductive? The wife needs to feel beautiful.
That's why.
She wants to be seduced. She wants to come home feeling.
And the man can at least go to work and get some passion there. I don't mean even sex.
Home.
Yeah, but what about women who are also working, who are power women, and then they're going out and having affairs? Like, what's the dynamic there? With why are they cheating on their husband?
They're in the same role that the man at work in the office. Look at office romance. It's right there for you.
These days.
Why don't they
increasing our places in the workplace?
Yeah. Why don't they go with each other though? The powerful man and the powerful women. Why don't they have affairs?
You know, it doesn't.
They can't. It's too much. It's too much ego.
I think though, what is
they're not getting what they need from
what I think women should know, should understand the important thing. If they ever do catch their husbands, I'm not saying to stay, to go. It very often doesn't have a lot to do with them. It has to do with, to Betsy's point, a man need. You can be great in bed as a woman. You can please your man, and it's a different. They do it from a different.
Do you have issues with your wife? Whether it's you think about your wife in a certain way. She takes care of the kids. She's my the mother to my kids, and she takes care of the house, and she does all those things. She's one person. I need to go find something that's exciting.
That's why you can't just be that person.
Right. Betsy, is she talking about that whole Madonna complex?
Yeah, I think so. But the problem in this whole process is you go home to that woman after the affair who's taking care of the kids, who's sort of boring, who's not seducing you. She's cooking dinner. She's in her blue jeans, not something more exciting.
Right.
She's the wife. She's the mother of your children.
And she doesn't say, oh, husband, you're so great, versus the new
That's right.
oh, you're so strong, you're so big, you're so powerful.
So feeding his ego. She's just feeding his ego.
Okay,
so here's what this guy says. Anonymous. You learn things when you cheat. It's fun, a lot of laughs, and you can be more elementally honest with a woman who has 45 minutes with you than a woman with whom you'll spend 45 years.
That's not intimacy. I mean, that's not intimacy. So obviously that person's going to be comfortable with it. I just think it's a real crisis what's happening, and I definitely think reporting so much on celebrity news, I'm seeing it so much, and technology really makes it so much easier for people to cheat.
Do you guys think it's okay? I want to ask you a question as women. Let's say a guy is a good provider for his wife. He's not being so nice to her, and he's kind of really not having sex with her much anymore. Honey, I don't want you, and she's feeling, do you think it's okay for her to cheat?
No.
I think she needs to talk to him.
What, should she just leave him? But let's look, because there's not black or white. But let's say they can't. It's not black.
They should tell each other the truth and work it out.
Okay, but let's say, once again, there are kids involved. Once again, there are kids involved.
Yeah.
They don't want to, they're afraid of traumatizing their kids. Their husband is not making them feel any way. Listen to me. Just please let me play this out. Okay, but not everybody can afford to get divorced. People don't want to do that to their children.
Very true, and that's a very
So is there a logic for that woman? If I was that woman, I'd say, you know what, my husband doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. He never makes me feel good. If once every 2 weeks Louis comes in and services the account, is there anything terrible there?
I can understand why she would feel that way, but I think that you have to do some things before you go that way.
Sarah, that's not the foundation of marriage. It's the easy
I
way
agree
out.
with that.
And it's a destructive way out, and the children are hurt, and the wife is hurt.
So then the answer is you work, and then if you can't solve it, you just get divorced.
No, you work, and then you work on the marriage.
And here's
and you work on the problems. You don't work on running out.
Yeah, I think the problem with women, though, is that if we did that, we'd feel so guilty.
Yes.
That we would really...
Except there are a lot of women doing it, kids.
No, there are a lot of women doing it. There are.
And women you would least expect. I mean, the mommies that you're describing. Because they're bored, and because their husbands are doing nothing but working and not making them feel good. And look, it's wrong.
It's all over.
It's wrong. I will never do it again. Okay. Let's all take a bath. Come on, let's go.
You guys go duke it out. You can't leave, though. But we're going to take a break. When we come back in 60 seconds, read it.
Oh, we come back in 60 seconds.